Good morning, this is Travis P11 and I'd like to welcome you back to the channel, and it is revolver time on the channel. What we have here is the Ruger Police Service 6 revolver. It's a single action, double action revolver. It is unknown to us from Stan, the owner of SS Pawn in Lexington, Nebraska. And contact information from SS Pawn is down below. Give them a call. They've been a longtime supporter of the channel. What we're going to do is range test this classic revolver. Now these were made from 1972 to 1988, and these are based off of the Security 6 platform if I'm not mistaken. Total run was about 1.5 million units of the different variants of Security 6 revolvers. Ammunition for today's range test, we're going to take a little bit of Hornady Critical Duty out there. We're going to be running a 135 grain flex lock round. And we'll be shooting this double action, single action. I'll show you the trigger here in just a little bit. But now we're also going to alternate that with some 38 Special to see how different the shooting experience is in a revolver like this. We just got some Federal American Eagle 38 Special. I don't think this is even plus P. 130 grain. It's relatively inexpensive. It's a great range ammo, and it's something that you can kind of plink around with while you're at the range. Now the target itself, just to show you how we're going to do this, we'll be shooting at 7 yards. We'll do 6 rounds, double action pull, full trigger pull of the Critical Duty single action trigger pull, and then we'll switch over to 38 Special, double action trigger pull, and single action trigger pull. I'm really curious to see how my accuracy is going to change, if the point of aim is going to change, and so on. If we're going to notice much of a difference between it, because there's a lot of people who like to practice with 38 Special, but then they like to keep, a self-defense 357 Magnum round in the chamber. And so I think without further ado, let's go ahead and hit the range. Flow. Okay, so Ruger Police Single 6. Let's talk about what happened here. So we used the Hornady Critical Duty ammo, and this was double action pulls. Everything ended up down here, okay? Now again, this is a very heavy pull. These are my absolute first shots. I'm just happy I even made it to paper. That's all I gotta say. Now, when we go with the Critical Duty in single action, we pulled off a maximum group size of 2.5 inches, but as you can see, the majority of the shots were in the same cluster. Moving over to the double action 38 Special, kind of the same situation that we ran into before. There's 4, 5, 6. There's my 6 shots. At least I think so. Yeah. So we've got 4 shots that went over here, and again, that heavy pull, at least they're clustered together, definitely needs a lot more practice with the double action trigger pull. Now I had to modify things a little bit. I was going to do the single action shots down here. As you can see, I already have it marked for 38 Special, but these are shots for my double action group. So I went ahead and it's unmarked, but this was my best group. Well, not my best group necessarily, but this was that Federal 38 Special. We were looking at 3.5 inches. Then this was the single action pull. So yeah, the double action, very heavy. And I mean, I wasn't really even staging the trigger at all. I was just pulling straight through for the most part, and stuff was all over the place. But again, single action, pretty promising. But it doesn't mean in a defensive situation you're going to have that opportunity to cock the hammer before you pull the trigger. All right, let's go and bring it back for just a few final words. Okay, so my final thoughts on the Ruger Police Service 6. If you want a nicely crafted revolver, something that kind of has that old world feel to it, kind of like how guns used to be made back in the day, really consider picking one of these up. I mean, now don't get me wrong, I know that my double action shots were all over the place, but that just comes from my inexperience with the revolver and the fact that I just need to practice more. Nothing that a lot of practice can't get past. It's a lot of the same mistakes that I make on a semi-automatic pistol. It's amplified even more on a revolver because of that heavy pull, but it's a very smooth pull. I'm just going to say it right now. I mean, it's not a bad double action pull. You just have to get used to it. The single action pull is an absolute joy. I mean, you can just rest a pad of your finger on it. You have just enough give so that you can get your shots placed and put them where you want them. And overall, it was great. It was not punishing at all to shoot 357 Magnum through this, even those more potent self-defense loads. So do consider picking one up. So Stan at SS Pawn, thank you so much for loaning this revolver to me. I had a great time with it. You know, it's relatively inexpensive to shoot at the range with 38 Special. Seems like nowadays, as of July of 2020, 357 mag in most places is readily available. 38 Special, not quite so tough to find too, although there's a lot of people getting their carry guns, and there's a lot of revolvers that are being sold again and so on. So anyway, that's my quick review. That's my quick take on it. Awesome little revolver. Pick one up if you can. I'm seeing these. It's weird because the majority of what's for sale on places like Gunbroker are the stainless steel models or the brushed aluminum, whatever they're made out of, the shiny models, right? The silver models. Those are going for like $5.99, whereas I couldn't find any blued ones for sale, but as you know, that inventory changes daily. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out the channel. Please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're also over on guntube.org, and you can also find us on he's all over the place. So anyway, that's it, guys. I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe. Thanks for checking out the channel. Like and subscribe. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right. Bye-bye.